Morning. And a nice little run here down the beautiful. Bobby's doing his training home and I'm about to do a 5k.
Yes, the band is back together. That's Chris, I've been struggling with a leg injury since April. Every time I try to get back running again, the injury returns, so I had a lengthy rest and did some cycling instead. I'm now following the runner post-injury plan. On this run I'd progressed pain-free up to 5 times 6-minute jog intervals with just a minute's walking in between, so I can now cover a useful distance, and that meant that I could go out for a decent run with my wife Sam again. So this run started in Abberton village and took us part of the way to Layer on the reservoir trails.
Hello, darling. You're running me.
Hi, darling. How you doing?
Good. So we should be running together again.
Abberton Parish Church is a short distance from the village and is a Grade 2 listed building. It's called St Andrew's. This church dates from the 14th century, so it's been around for a while. It's rather sparsely attended nowadays. Nevertheless, there are services here every week, starting either at 9:15 or 11 a.m. And while admittedly the building itself isn't particularly striking, the views are, and one would be hard-pressed to find a more tranquil or pleasing location for a spot of contemplation. These photographs were taken on a different visit to the church. Our route on the trails took us around and beneath the position of the church itself, the church being almost totally hidden from the trail behind a high hedge and a line of trees. The trail runs parallel and pretty close to the road between Abberton and Layer for about 3/4 of a kilometre. Our destination on this run was Layer Brook. This is a several kilometre tributary of the Roman River. It rises near Tiptree Heath and runs in a generally easterly direction towards the villages of Layer Breton, Birch and Layer Its route passes through the Abberton Reservoir, constructed in the 1930s. The reservoir has 3 sections, the west, the middle and the main larger section. Layer Brook feeds into the westerly part of the reservoir with a weir and tunnel connecting this to the middle part. Hi darling, how you doing?
Not bad. Hard work, but it's sort of running on trails, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm having it now and I love being with you. Woohoo! Go me, go me.
The main reservoir, since it was extended a few years ago, is at a higher level, and the water from the westerly and mid-sections is pumped underneath the causeway to feed into that main section. But Layer Brook continues from an outfall at the easterly end of the main section of the reservoir through a tunnel that we can see in this footage. It isn't clear how often water is allowed out of the reservoir into Layer Brook. My guess is fairly seldom, given that water is pumped into the reservoir from much further afield, including the River Stour in Suffolk and the River Ouse.
Hi.
There you are.
Take the photo. Take the photo.
So walking interval 1 minute for me. Let's then go a bit ahead. So our last goodbye to the sheep. I've never actually seen water flowing through the tunnel. However, the ground at the crossing point has always been damp and impassable when I have visited. There is a bridge across Layer Brook, and the trails continue on the other side of the brook as far as the St John the Baptist parish church in Layer de la Haye. Layer Brook then passes under the Abberton to Layer Road and continues for about another kilometre north, where it meets the Roman River. Having made it all the way down to Layer Brook, we then had the climb all the way back up towards the church, which is not especially steep, but is pretty unrelenting.
Lost descent. Before the top of this hill, that's really lost. Sort of hilly bit today. Don't really know it. So proud of Chris. Doing a really well his recovery plan. Been hard for him. It's been hard for him how to run because he's so passionate about it. And he's like exercise, man. Doing a bit of that. I'm really proud of him. And he's filming me, so I film him. Go, babe. I'm pleased about that.